So Ian, delighted to be here. I know you've been here for some time, but you don't stretch back to the origins of this particular building. Tell me a wee bit about it.
Not quite, yeah. This is 12th century, possibly in the site even of an older building. So it was a very significant monastic community that was here, numbering several hundred people at one time. But you know, you're going back 800 years.
The kirk wasn't at all isolated when it was first built. It was in the middle of a town.
Yeah.
But when you look at the map and you think everyone's travelling by sea, Shetland, Orkney, Caithness, this is city centre.
Right.
So it
makes
absolute sense.
It makes very good sense, and especially when you relate it to the 8th century Christian sites in Shetland. You know, like Borough. You know, they're all on the west coast, and you know, in good weather, a very straightforward sail from here up the west coast, which actually avoids the much worse sea route round North Romsey and Fair Isle. You know, this would have been a much safer sea route. So, you know, there's good reason for thinking of this. And you know, I mean, it was originally Moncahoose as the area, so you know, we think of it as a monastic site originally, and probably a sort of missionary base, you know, for missions to the North Isles. So I think it was, it's a place of considerable significance. And just the fact that it is in this big town, we just can't see it any longer.
Right, and the building itself obviously wasn't in this style. There was obviously more to it. So how have we ended up with no seats?
Well, this one, when it was restored, when the restoration work started 30 to 40 years ago, and the community were raising funds for it, and some of the funders insisted that they wanted a full restoration of the box pews. At one point it was totally filled with little box pews, but that was just one period in time, and there was times before when it wasn't like that, and times after when it wasn't. So, and the local people wanted something that was flexible, as a good worship space, as a concert space to be used for all sorts of things. And so the compromise was reached that we would have a couple of box pews in place, but they would be easily dismantled and the rest left open, flexible and usable.
Yeah, and the last worship was on Monday, Thursday, just last week.
Yes, indeed. We also have some Easter worship in here in Holy Week. There's worship at Christmas, weddings, sometimes funerals, because it's right in the middle of what is still the island's burial ground. And other events too. But it's a great facility for us to be able to make use of as and when we want to. Communion right here sometimes in small numbers. This year we've more folks, so we just set up out here. But it's an atmospheric place. There's something.
Yeah, it's very nice just having a few of us sitting around the table and.
You just have, like all these old places, you have a sense that folk have been worshipping here for almost 1,000 years, possibly even slightly more.
Yes, indeed.
And something seeps into the stones without getting.
I think so. It is.
You don't have to work at creating an atmosphere.
No, but it's especially nice. We always have the Christmas Carol service here.
Yeah. That's
the sort of biggest community event. And of course, there's no electricity, so we have candles and the oil lamp, and you know that's really nice.
And it's really easy to put back together again.